I wasn't ready. Hey, what's going on, boat? We are unlucky not to get the win. Yeah, no kidding, Christopher. What's going on, guys? This is the first time I'm live on YouTube. This is kind of strange. We got 13 viewers on YouTube. So welcome, YouTube. Welcome to the Giants post-game chat. What are you streaming? What are you streaming today? What am I streaming? What do you mean? So, oh shit. Damn. So I just want to point out a couple things. There is so much shit. I took so much notes today. It's crazy. So this is new to me on YouTube in general. I'm used to being up here on Facebook, in the New York Giants group on Facebook. The only place to be. Greg says, damn it. Yeah, I agree. It sucked. Oh shit. Hold on a second. Let me see. Why isn't Donnie coming up here? It was trying to add you, Donnie. So, for those of you that are new here, I try to give everybody an opportunity to come up here live to speak about the game in general. So, I'm live on YouTube now, and I'm live in the Giants group on Facebook. The best Giants group on Facebook, and holy shit, I just dropped the tablet. Damn, is it still? So, here's how it goes. For those that are new, anybody and everybody can join in live and talk and tell me how they feel about things and everything like that. How their perspective, all that stuff is good, great, everything. Heartbreaking loss for the Giants. Heartbreaking loss. It was a nail-biting loss for the Giants. Shit, fix this thing. Hey, great to see you again, man. Yeah, thank you, Patrick. GM me the link for StreamYard. I don't know how to do that, Donnie. Sorry, Mikey. Have to go at airport, flying your side of the pond tomorrow. All right, be safe. There's nowhere to start on this. It was there was problems everywhere. I hear you, Nico. Okay.
I think arguably probably to me the first thing that went wrong with this team, very undisciplined. Do I think excuse me, some of the penalties with ticky-tack, I do. Hudson on that line. Don't want to see him on that line ever again. Marcus McBell played great.
Okay.
Seconds left to go. Okay? Excuse me. He should have been up the middle. In overtime, he should have been up the middle. You take Dak out of his rhythm. You don't allow him to play on his feet. You don't. First off, this loss, you win as a team, you lose as a team. Mm-hmm. Everybody made their share of mistakes. And the talent is with 25 seconds
Sorry,
left.
guys.
No excuse. No excuse. Anthony, I understand you're going to say it's Dable. I think Dable takes some responsibility, but I'm sorry. This to me falls on Bowen. This to me falls on that defense. This to me falls on the fact that he doesn't know how to utilize the plays he has. I still don't think he's using Abdul Carter right. You got 25 seconds left.
I can't. Donnie, go to YouTube. I can't add you.
You can't get Donnie?
No, Donnie won't come. It won't let me add him in.
All right, we got to get together during the week, Mike.
Yep.
We got to figure this out.
We got to do some test runs or something. You see Daboll's fault going for it on 4th and goal instead of kicking the field goal while the game is close. It would have never went into overtime.
No.
Nah, I disagree.
You got to go for that. You got to go for that. It was the right thing to do. I'm sorry, it was the right thing.
No.
You got momentum,
No.
you're moving the ball. If Scottsboro can drop it, you know, I mean.
Okay, but that's an if. That's an if, though. If Scatterbo doesn't drop it, okay, so what? You still, it's 4th down. You kick that field goal and get those 3 points. You have to. We might not have even gone to overtime. It might have even been tied. Maybe not even. Maybe by 1 point. No, you have to. You can't gamble like that. This team is not competitive like that.
Right, but what I'm saying, right, but you see, now watch what you said, because they gambled and they brought Jackson Dart in the game.
I'm busy.
They put Dart in the game.
They should not have.
What's Dart doing in the game?
Nothing. Dart has no business being in that game. For what? What are you tricking? If you were gonna do a play action or maybe a wildcat, just to kind of get them off their feet, I would understand. But every time they put Jackson Dart in that fucking game, all he did was hand the ball off, aside from falling to the ground to get tackled for a loss. It was a complete waste of time.
Okay, he had that one play where he tripped up. I get that, but let's fast forward a little, because there's a lot to dissect here. You're in overtime.
No, he does not, Tyran.
You have the ball for your second possession in overtime.
Okay.
And you're dumping the ball off to Singletary. That was a bad play.
That was a bad play.
That second down, Russ, I don't know what the hell he does with his fingers to get stuck in the ball. I'm not going to kill Russell Wilson. I'm not.
No.
He balled today. Russell Wilson gets a pass. It should have never have gotten there, Mikey. This is the part I'm trying to say. It should have never have gotten past that. You score with 25 seconds left. You shut them down. I don't give a fuck if this guy can kick for 60 yards, 70 yards. You have the horses to stop Dak. You showed you can stop Dak. But instead, what do? You're playing the same zone defense that the Dallas Cowboys defensive coordinators played. They were mirror images of each other today. But at least Dallas knew when to send pressure. Bowen sent pressure 3 times. 3 times. Third quarter, you get the ball. You got them pinned down on their own 10 or 11, and they marched right down the field like they did last year. Where was the... I mean, dude, I'm over Bowen. Over. This guy is the worst.
Bowen's got to go.
Let me tell you something.
Can you guys hear him? Text at the bottom and let me know that you can hear him. All right, go ahead.
You know, they had creativity on the wing. We won big games on the wing. We beat Philly in Philly on the wing. We beat Green Bay with wing. We beat Baltimore with wing. We had creativity with wing. There is no creativity with Shane Bowen's defense. You fucking saw it last year, dude. You're putting all the pressure on the fucking defense again. And you got Abdul Carter doing everything except what he does. Hunt, up the middle, create fucking pandemonium. That's gonna roll. He's gonna either run one side or he's gonna run to the other. He's gonna get mad. This is the dude, this is Boeing. This is Boeing. Again, there is no excuse for not stopping a team with 25, not a minute 25, 25, Mikey, under 30 seconds. The game is in your hands. We can blame Dayball. He shouldn't have went for it on fourth down. Okay, maybe he shouldn't have, but he did. And if Scatterbo gets that, we're not having this conversation. Okay, Malik Davis dropped the ball. Okay, it happens. The best drop balls. I watched Jerry Rice drop balls. Happens. Wandell Robinson misread an out route. Okay, it happens. I watched a lot of receivers misread out routes, go routes. But the fact remains is, this game, to me, the loss was on Owen. I can't blame that defense because they're only doing what they're told. They're coached up that way. If you go back under the 2 years Wink was here, crazy creativity with this team. Man blitz, man zone, 4-3, 3-4, NASCAR, 5-4, mixed it all up. Now this idiot who won't stop with his fucking zone, this is what you have.
All right.
We got the Chiefs next week. You thought Pat looked like a fucking world beater today. What do you see what Mahomes does? And you know what? Bowen's not going to make one single adjustment, Mikey. Not one. Not one adjustment. Not one. It'll be back and forth the first quarter. It'll be close going into half. But Mahomes is going to do what Mahomes does. He's going to pick apart the defense.
So
Here we are at 0-3, and let's just say, Mikey, Russ has another fucking game like he did today. He throws 300-400 yards. You can't put in Jackson Dart. There's no more let's put in Dart now. Now what do you do?
all right.
Now it is coaching. Think about it, Mikey. Now it's official because Russ looks like a world beater. Russ is throwing the ball. Russ is throwing touchdowns. Russ is throwing balls more than 20 yards. You can't say go to Jackson Dart because that was Dable's fullback. That was that. To me, the only thing that was saving Dable was Dart. Not anymore. Not anymore.
But
Russ is going to beat Russ and play well next weekend.
But here's the thing. See, Russell Wilson played phenomenal today. Russell Wilson was 30 for 41 for 450 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and 3 sacks. But see, that's what people don't fail. That's what people fail to understand when it comes to people saying, all I heard all week was, y'all lost. Y'all need to put Dart in. Okay. All week. So, YouTube, Facebook, I'm telling you guys right now, you don't want to you just don't want to throw Dart in because of the hype. You don't do that. Okay? So Brett Favre played. Aaron Rodgers sat. Okay? Aaron Rodgers sat. He got his time. And Aaron Rodgers shined with what he had. So, then you fast forward, you got Jordan Love, who sat behind Aaron Rodgers and learned, and he got something out of it. You got to have that format. You can't just throw your rookie out there just because you're in panic mode. You have 3 quarterbacks on the Giants. 3. You have Russell Wilson, who threw for 30 for 41, 450 yards, and 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. He got sacked 3 times. Sacks, if you're throwing up the stats, for those out there who don't really know football, if you're throwing stats out there and you're throwing touchdowns and yards, sacks don't mean shit. as long as you're producing. Now, you also have Jameis Winston that could possibly do basically the same thing that Russell Wilson's doing. Now, all these people that are claiming that they should throw in Jackson Dart should not just throw in Jackson Dart. You don't sacrifice your rookie. You don't sacrifice your rookie. What the Giants did today with Jackson Dart was asinine. That was bullshit. That was bullshit. There's no reason for you to do that. For what? Russell Wilson looked fine. He was on the sidelines. He wasn't gassed. He wasn't hurting. There was nothing wrong with Russell Wilson. There was no reason for you to throw Jackson Dart in there. And for what? If you're running the wild card, if you're running the wildcat, I'm sorry. If you're running the wildcat, I understand. That would have worked. I would have been all for it. But you're not running the wildcat. You're putting him in there for a run play. Why?
But what I'm saying, Mike, is regardless, the two plays that were productive, okay? And like I told you, there is no now we got to put Dart in. Because now Dable watched Russell do what Russell does best. So now it's the defense. Now it's more play. If you look at the overtime, if you look what happened, I'm going to say even the last...
People don't want to hear it, but Wink would close this game in fourth quarter.
No argument. 1,000% right, brother. 1,000% correct. What I'm saying is, even going for the last 10 minutes of the fourth quarter, every time the Giants ran a running play, it was like Dallas was
Hudson needs to be benched. That's an understatement.
Did you know that?
Say that again.
In the overtime, Dallas kind of knew when the Giants were going to go to a running play. You look at when Dallas had the ball and they had running plays.
I can't.
Giants had no idea what was coming.
I can't, Donnie.
No idea what was coming. None. No idea what was coming. Donnie, hit the link. Hit the link on the thing that Mikey sent, bud. Okay, you can see that our defense, once again, is ill-prepared. Ill-prepared. With all the boneheaded penalties we took, especially in the fucking beginning with Hudson, I hope we never see this guy again. We still made it a game. Wink would have closed it out. Iran was 1,000% right. 25 seconds left, that game's being closed out. He's not trumping his people, the safety's back in coverage and zone. He's sending somebody up there to disrupt the quarterback. This is the problem I have with Bowen, who's not using these guys the right way, and who's not using Abdul Carter the way he should be used. It's Bowen. It's been Bowen. Bowen last year, Bowen this year.
Donnie, I can't send it to your messages, bro. I also posted the link for the YouTube feed. So if you want to join in there, I can bring you up live if you request up live. Anybody up here on YouTube in general can come up live. I don't know why I can't add you here. That's why I also have this right here. So I'm hoping everything you're saying here is also being heard on YouTube as well.
Right.
I have 4 pages of shit. Wow. I took so much notes, it's stupid. You would think I'd work for ESPN or something.
No, well, listen, dude, this is why we're doing what we're doing. This is what I'm talking about, This is why we're doing what we're doing. And it's great that the people want to get involved, this is their page too, and they're just as much as a voice. And
That's right.
If we can answer their question, then we'll help them out, Malachi says Hudson left tackle sucks. He needs to be benched. I'm 98% certain.
Anybody on YouTube that you want to join up live, go ahead and request in, and I'll bring you up on video. Go ahead, Nico.
Right.
I'm sorry.
I'm 98% certain the Giants are going to handle that. I don't think we'll see Mabo. Hudson playing against the Chiefs. I don't see it. I personally think they're going to cut him. Me, I think he's cut tomorrow morning. You don't need him. Now
You would
you don't
hope.
need him.
You have to put StreamYard next to it. Man, I can't. I don't know how to do that.
What did you say?
You have to post the StreamYard link so I can come in. I don't.
Donnie, how do we get to the StreamYard link, dude? Because we want you on here,
I mean,
obviously.
I'm live right now. So I've got 3 people on YouTube and I've got 10 people right here on Facebook. So I can't just shut down. So let's talk about the people we have out. We still have Andrew Thomas out. We have Nunez Roches out and
Andrew
McFadden.
Thomas will be back next week. That's why they kept him out today. He did 2 practices in a row. First time he's done that since last year. They're very optimistic he'll be playing next week against Kansas City.
Doug Lackey says this game was way better than last week. Clean up the penalties and shore up the backfield. This whoop, this team can compete.
Yeah, they can. Listen, this team absolutely can compete. Listen, this isn't last year's Giants or the year before's Giants. I watched the team today that every time they got kicked in the teeth, they kept coming back. And they kept coming back, and they kept coming back, and they kept coming back. And as Giant fans, we've been missing that. Normally a game like this would have been over by the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. It would have been done. But they kept coming back, and that's something. It's something to build on. Yeah, okay, there's no moral victories in football. I get that. But I think as Giant fans as a whole, we should be happy to see that, you know what, maybe there's life in this team. Maybe they kicked the tires and the engine started. And it will be interesting to see what they do next week against Kansas City. But again, listen, it starts with Mary and works its way down. Mary needs to go to Joe Shane and say, listen, you need to tell your coach to tell that defensive coordinator, be a little more aggressive. Close it up. Change it. It's not working. Because we got shredded out there. Again.
We the most heart we've seen in a while. That's true, Patty. That's true. Let's talk. Let's before we completely decimate them. Let's talk first half. All right. So the first half, we get a flag on a 65-yard start return from Ojeski.
Right.
What the hell? That was a huge. How to stop being insecure after learning about partners past. What? The fuck are you talking about? All right, so back to football.
I don't see that.
No, it's not on your end. It's on YouTube. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
What did it say?
I can't click on it right now. What's up, Omar?
What's up, fellas? Oh, there he goes. What are you doing, Omar? I'm just doing it. I'm about to get ready to go out, but I wanted to give my little 2 cents on the game.
All right.
Go ahead. And it started with Hudson. I feel like, we could have been up 14-3 in the first quarter versus the 6-3. Hudson, I've never seen a player have 4 penalties on one drive.
Can you guys on YouTube hear him?
So now, what I think that did is that changed the whole play calling because, 14-3, that's a nice little cushion. You can run the ball more, you can do a little bit more. And then, by the game being so close, overall, the roster is better, but we have I'm going to say, a little bit above average roster to where games like this will cost us if we're not disciplined. I think that's what happens. That's how it came up from the basement. So a little short-winded. Am I disappointed in the loss? Yeah. Am I overly upset? No. To be honest, right? Because, y'all have been kicking our ass up and down the field for how long? And, the fact that we actually competed, and actually, couldn't have won the game, it says a little different, something different about us, to be honest, to me. But, I agree. So, it was nice to see the chance that the Giants, they made it again. And when was the last time we said that? Oh, wow. Yeah. When was the last time this was a football game? And this, we could have won this game. This game was theirs for the taking. And like I said, like I told Michael, I think a lot of this should fall on Bowen. Because he's not utilizing those players the right way. He is underutilizing Abdul.
Yeah. And I mean, my thing is this shit. If you're going to rely on the front four, then keep the front four in the game. Because there's a lot of plays, all four of them wasn't even in. But when they was in, you know, they was causing havoc. But at some point, even in the later part of the game, like, you know, he would have, I think, you know, luckily, I think the number 90, I don't know his name. He got a sack. But, you know, it was kind of, everybody was focused on everybody else, and he got the sack. But, you know, I definitely think we need a better defensive coordinator if we're really going to compete, you know, as a team, week in and week out.
Better defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
You know, Dave
sure.
Elias, Shane Bowen, we watched the Hard Knocks episode when he looked at his phone and goes, look, he was number 6 against the run. No interviews, nothing. He went, look, his team was number 6 against the run. So, you know, be careful what you wish for.
Exactly. I mean, you know, I don't know why the Giants keep ignoring the linebacker position the way they do. Like, Okereke is good. He's a good linebacker. But if you look at the top defense, they have two guys in there that really, really can play. So if you're looking at a dominant defense, you know, I think we need to really pay attention to that, you know, that position as well. Because it's like we keep going D-line, secondary. D-line, secondary. And then, you know, McFadden was them, and we got nothing.
Well, hold on. I hate to interrupt you, but we need help in secondary. So when you keep seeing them go secondary, we just really haven't had anybody to truly take charge of that secondary and do some serious work since what, Camardi?
Yeah, true. But you know, like if you even watch the game today, a lot of the damage was done throughout in the middle of the field. You know, that 8 to 10 yard range. You know, kind of where the linebackers should be holding it down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like nobody's scared to throw in that area. You know, I'm not hanging up on the season. I still have faith that, you know, we're going to do better than what most people think we are going to do.
I think, and I'm going to say it, and I'm going to see how the Eagles, right now the Eagles are leading Kansas City. I think the Giants have a very good chance if they clean up the mistakes. I think the Giants have a good chance to beat Kansas City, and I'm going to say it.
All right, so
At least make it a game. Not beat them, at least make it a game.
all right, so the only thing I'm concerned about, my biggest concern out of all, I can take all the notes in the world, it doesn't matter. But my biggest concern right now for the Giants is mental. So they're 0-2 right now. So you go into
That's right, though.
loss. Oh, it's trying to add Donnie. So
I don't see them becoming team.
yeah,
Yeah, baby.
there he is. Shit, what'd you do different?
Donnie boy.
All right, so hold on. Let me finish my thought. So my biggest concern with the Giants going to week 3, if you lose week 3, it doesn't matter how good you are. My concern is mental. This Giants team they have talent on this team. My biggest concern, shit. Russell Wilson threw 30 for 41. He threw 450 yards today. He threw 3 touchdowns. Now, all you Daniel Jones people out there, you tell me the last time Daniel Jones threw 450 yards and 3 touchdowns. You can't. You can't. His best game. You can't. You can't.
Yeah, he was, I mean, you know, good luck to him in Indianapolis, but it wasn't no good for us, and you can't even blame one coach. I mean, the guy
But the point is this. My problem is this is my problem as a Giants fan. YouTube, Facebook, mental. Not just Russell Wilson, but everybody else. You don't want to throw Dart in there just because of hype. This is not no fresh comic book. This is not no new actor that just did this movie that was so good. That was preseason. No, you don't do that shit. Don't risk this guy in his career. We need him for the future, the long term. We have Jameis Winston here for a reason. We have Russell Wilson here for a reason at New York for the Giants. You don't sacrifice this rookie when you have two veterans that know the game, know how to play the game, and know what it takes to throw a touchdown, and they know how to read a defense. You don't throw Dart out there. Like what the Giants did today, they threw away plays with Dart. I hate that shit. I hate it. I hate it. No, fuck that. I hate it.
I know what you said, Mike. I know what you're saying, but at the end result, whoever they threw out there, it doesn't matter.
No, the end result is plays that Russell Wilson could have ran that would have been positive yards. You don't put your rookie out there. No, you don't put your rookie out there to run the ball. You don't put your rookie out there to pass the ball off. What happens if there's something that drastically happens to your rookie that you need for the future? Jameis Winston ain't the future, and Russell Wilson is not the future for the Giants.
Hold on a minute. 14. Doug Lackey said 14 penalties. Hudson had 4 by himself. A lot of the pass interference calls were BS. Yes, I said that earlier. They were ticky-tacky. Rushing the passer, what the hell was that? Jerry's world is special. Well, listen, the Dallas Cowboys can enjoy this win all they want because I'm going to tell you something. They're not going anywhere this year.
No.
They're not. That's
No.
just a fact of the matter. Let them get their little jollies off and let them enjoy this because they're not. They're not doing anything. That's it. Bottom line.
No, you're right. But my thing is, like I said, is mental. Giants, you players have to, if you guys are up here, you guys see this stream, if anything, let it go. Drain it off. Let it run off your shoulders like you're waterproof. You got to keep playing like you did. Because the Giants fans right now can tell you right now, we can't tell you the last time that we seen you play and actually put 30 points on the board. We were a team that couldn't put 20 points on the board. And now you can put that much points on the board. It's not over yet. Don't let it go. Fight. Push.
I'm looking at my Twitter feed, and the Giant fans are absolutely killing Shane Bowen right now.
Yes, they should. They should. They should kill the defensive coordinator for sure.
What do you think about the defense?
What do you guys think about the defensive coordinator for the Giants?
Donnie, you had 25 seconds to win the game, Donnie. Where did it go wrong?
Well, for one, like, Shane Bowen is garbage. I never wanted him back. You know what I'm saying?
My guys got exposed today. I agree they got cleaned up. They have to be
There's no excuses for him. He got all the pieces that he needed in the offseason. I don't really got nothing for that, man. Like, put it like this. Right now, regardless of Shane Bowen, regardless of whatever, we're 0-2 in the division. You know what I'm saying? With Kansas City coming
0-2 in the division.
coming to our hometown next Sunday. So, we gotta win, bro. Like, the defense, as much as I want to blame the defense, Russell Wilson lost at that game too, though, because that was a horrible pass to Malik Neighbors. Like, that was horrible.
It was forced.
Like,
That pass to Malik Neighbors was forced.
That was a terrible throw. That was a terrible throw, bro. Terrible throw.
But it should have never got to that point.
Yeah,
That's what we're trying to tell you.
Listen,
It should have never got that far, Donnie. You got the game in the bag with 25 seconds. You got to close it out, baby. You know that.
Now, listen, all right, but we didn't. We didn't close it out, and we still had a chance to win. So, even though Russell Wilson had a great game, he cost us the game with the interception. And the play before that, when they ran it with Singletary, singletary. We wasn't in him the whole game.
What did I tell you, Mike?
What the fuck that was?
Because they're paying him. Because they're paying him. They have to do something with the guy. I mean, shit. Even if he passed kebabs off to the sidelines, they have to pay Singletary to do some shit.
But yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, the defense wasn't that bad as it seems. You know what I'm saying? I just think they were put in bad positions by Shane Bowen. Shane Bowen put them in horrible positions. I just got my card. Can I get it to you later? When I got some cash? Or can I pay with the card? Okay.
It's Omar. It's Omar talking. Let's talk about James Hudson. James Hudson should not be on this team come the next game.
James Hudson should be flying spirit. He should fly spirit and be fired as soon as he gets off the fight, bro. You know, that's just a walk.
That's ridiculous. I don't know why it took so long to get him off the field. Why did it take so long? I seen Brian Daboll say on the sidelines, "Get him off." I seen the lips. It's "Get him off," and he was still playing.
The offensive line coach said no. The offensive line coach said no. Keep him on the field.
But okay, the offensive line coach said no. Who's in charge here? The offensive line coach or the coach?
Now, we know who's in charge, or we know who should be in charge, but that's crazy if you let an offensive line coach tell you whether or not a player should be in the game. It's crazy to me, bro.
Aaron Glenn cut him.
Play better than Hudson. Play way. Listen, the offensive line is night and day. When Bo came in, they looked respectable. Like I was saying, don't play Hudson from last week when they was running over him. They pulled that thing, he pulled what he pulled this week. Like man, listen, get my roster spot, yo. I don't care how much we paid you, yo.
That kid's gone. He has no job.
He's useless, yo. He's useless.
James Hudson, I don't know what you were thinking, especially when I seen him hit the guy upside the head. What makes you think that's even gonna fly? What?
Yeah, he had a terrible start, man. A real bad start, like real bad. Hudson was useless.
The first and second drive of the defense was fantastic. They looked on point today.
Mo stepped in, did the job. That's why they drafted him. I trust him. I think now once Andrew Thomas comes back next week, because by all indications, from what I've been seeing and hearing and reading, he is targeted to return for Sunday night's game against Kansas City. So I think our O-line maybe may be okay. Middle of the pack, and that's what you want. Guys that can hold the line and get
Somebody got to consider putting Bo at guard, because I think he's better than those other two shitheads at guard, too. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Bo in the lineup, though. I'm not going to lie. Like, they got to find a spot for him somewhere in that lineup. He definitely made a difference in the offensive line today. Yeah.
That's why they drafted him, Donnie.
Some people just aren't practice players. That's why sometimes you got to throw them out there just to see what they can do. Because, you know what I mean? And Bo had an excellent preseason. Even though it was preseason, like, well, let me see what you can do. And you know, during the regular season. Because, a lot of times, some people be so entrenched and just knocking heads off and pushing over bodies that when you go in practice and you don't have pads on and you have passing it, their mind can't get all the way into it. I've seen this on all levels. But once you get on that field, all right, it's go time.
Well, about 3 points, Giants left on the board. You should take the points.
Like, when, because they'll be practicing, and coaches will judge them based on their practice, which they really be trying to fully practice hard and play, but their mind just don't match their bodies in practice. So coaches can sit him on the bench, and you get that guy, you throw him out there, and he turn up. And then all of us looking like, well, where this guy been?
Right. All right. Look, I said it, Doug, to Mike. Mike disagreed with me. I'm going to tell you, I think they will. I don't have a problem with him going for it on that 4th and 2. I don't. I'm
Me
sorry.
either. Absolutely not.
No.
Because if it worked, we already said we got a coach with some balls.
Thank you.
Because it worked, you can't turn around and say that was a mistake.
Can't have it
You
both
gotta
ways.
take the good with the
Can't have
bad.
it both ways.
You gotta take the good
No,
with the bad.
no, 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 no. This team, the Giants, look, the Giants are a team that can't get it done in the red zone. That's just the end of the story when it comes to that. If they can't get it done in the end zone, you have to take the points. So if Scatterbo catches the pass, you're fine. Okay, but he doesn't. You could have took and got a free 3 points. That would have changed the game completely. You can't risk that shit. We're not down. The Giants aren't down that big. No, they're not down that big.
Well, Mike, it's always going to be seen both ways.
Right, and had the Giants defense stopped Dallas with 25 seconds left, that would have sealed the game.
Some people are going
Okay,
to see
but still.
the good side, the good in it, and some people are going to see the bad in it. Like, you know, when it works, I'm pretty
That,
sure.
but the outcome could have also stopped any kind of overtime. So you can say this, but that, but you can't take the risk. You can't take the risk. You have to take the points.
So when he went 4-on-4, I think it was like 6 something left. Both teams ended up getting two more drives apiece. At 6 something less in the game, how many times do both teams get two drives?
Okay, but you're also talking about a team that lost to Washington Commanders and only scored 3 points. You take the points always until things have changed, until things are otherwise have changed or switched.
You remember that very first game when we was losing to the Titans? And then they went 4-on-4, and we got the touchdown. It completely changed the momentum of the game.
This is a whole different offense.
Sometimes trying it is worth it. Whether you get it or not, like, you know, because especially if you feel like, you know.
With so much uncertainty, no.
Donnie, what do you think? Should they have gone for it or taken the points, Donnie?
Honestly, I'm not mad at the decision. You know what I'm saying?
I would have had Seattle win the game, though.
You know what? On that argument, Omar, you should have went to Scatterbo. You got
I gotta pee. I'll be back.
Anything and everything he's touching, it should have went to him.
You got Singletary and Tracy. Like, why was Scatterbo in the game? It was like 4th and 3. You know what I'm saying? Both of those are combination running backs. And Scatterbo, don't get me wrong, you know, he showed later on. I mean, he can develop to be that, but I wouldn't have did that to that rookie. You know,
I'm not mad at Scatterbo.
I'm not bad at him, but you know, I would have went with the odds of putting, you know, Tracy Singletary in.
Well, so put it like this, bro. Put it like this, bro. We had every opportunity to win this game, and we found a way to lose it. That's what it comes down to, bro.
We need more playmakers. Theo Johnson just disappeared.
And we beat ourselves, bro. We beat ourselves. That's bad. That's bad. We beat ourselves, man. We beat ourselves. I mean, Wandale Robinson, he played a great game today. I can't be mad at him today. I wasn't feeling him last week. He did good today. But Darius Slayton, I'm giving him Robbie side there, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
That has to be the upgrade.
Yeah.
We gotta upgrade that position. And I personally like him, but he just not. Maybe he could be the 4th slot in the 4.
Malachi, I can't add you in. You're gonna have to go to YouTube.
On the bench, when are they going to get Stanley Hyatt
I
involved?
don't like. You know what? Yeah, maybe somebody got to go. Somebody has to go.
There's a,
If I'm looking at this Giants roster and I'm drafting next year, I'm going for a wide receiver, maybe in the 2nd or 3rd round.
Shit. Man, maybe I might have to think about the first round, man.
Nah. The reason why I say that is you can still add a linebacker. You can add. I'm gonna see how the secondary goes throughout the season because I think they're gonna get better. This only game 2 with all of them playing together, so you can't really beat down on them yet. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it takes a few games and time to gel. Because if y'all remember, and I think it was when it was during the '07 when John got there had kicked the foot game, and everybody was pointing at the offensive line and the secondary. And then, they gel, and we went up, they ended up making a Super Bowl run. And they wasn't the greatest of athletes, but they played very well together.
Yeah, cohesive.
So, I ain't gonna beat up on them yet. And they was playing 2 number 1 receivers. Come on. Like, they was playing CeeDee Lamb, and Carl Pickens he's technically a number 1. So, I'm not gonna beat up on them yet. Like I said, I would like to see another linebacker next to Carrick. And I'm not a defensive coordinator, you guys, man.
We can get a lot of we need another number 1 wide receiver.
We definitely need another receiver.
Another number 1.
It depends on the draft.
I want another 1.
So look, check this out. If you got a number 1 receiver and a number 1 linebacker, and it's your turn to pick, who you gonna take?
I'm taking the receiver.
I'm taking the linebacker.
All day, I'm taking the receiver.
I'm 50-50. I'm 50-50.
I agree with pretty much everything you just said. But listen to what you just said. You said defense is going to carry your team. Unfortunately, right now, our defensive coordinator, while again we have the horses, is
That's what I said. We
carried anyone.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we definitely need a new defensive coordinator. I'm done with him. So
Defensive coordinator needs to be
you
changed.
gotta put a football roster in front of him.
Shane Bowen is the Daniel Jones of defensive coordinators. That's what Shane Bowen is. He's Daniel Jones.
Clearly, he sucks.
Damn. You said Shane Bowen is the defensive coordinator equivalent of Daniel Jones? That is crazy. The Colts won today? Oh. Oh, fuck Daniel Jones. He's trash. Alright, look. We made history today. You want to know what it is?
I'm kidding.
You want to know what the history was?
Yeah.
Today.
Fucking penalties by one player in the first.
Hold on.
That's history we made.
Alright, we made, for the first time this century, a player has been called for 4 penalties on the same drive. James Hudson is a absolute. I mean, I know we talked about this guy, but I just had to point this out. James Hudson made history today for the first time in the century, not year, not in a decade, century.
You forgot something, though, Mike. You forgot one thing. James Hudson III, he should be ashamed of his fucking
For the
self.
3rd time in history, James Hudson. James Hudson. You motherfucker.
Let me ask you a question. Why was he smashing out on the sidelines? Does anybody know?
Because he was pulled.
He shouldn't have been spazzing out on the sideline at all. Like, I don't know what the fuck he was spazzing for. He's clearly the reason why we started off the way we started off.
Why do we always break records but in a bad
I
way?
mean, I don't know, bro. All I know is the whole world knows he's trash, and he shouldn't get back on the field. That's it. That's just the bottom line.
I agree.
He should never get back on any football field for any team at all.
Any.
Ever.
Any. What was the next thing? Neighbors. Second drive, 5 targets, 4 receptions for 57 yards. Neighbors was on fire from the get-go.
Leak balls out today. I ain't gonna lie. Leak balls out.
So did Wendell Robinson.
I didn't even get to him yet. I'm just in the beginning. Scatabo and his increased role. Anybody opposed to that?
I'm team scat. I'm team scat. So anything with scat, I'm with it.
Scatabo looks nasty. He reminds me of a young Brandon Jacobs.
That fucking Hudson dude.
No, he is not a young Brandon Jacobs, son. He's a young Mike Olstad. That's who he reminds me of.
Who?
Mike Olstad was a fucking powerhouse in Tampa.
Hudson is
You weren't born for Mike Olstad, Mike. You're only 23, so you're gonna have to catch up a little bit.
I'm 41. I'm not
I can
23.
see that.
Do I have him on my wall? An autograph?
That pass, it was at the 309 and they brought it back, and we would have scored the next drive.
What?
100%.
We would have scored the next drive when Robinson hit that at the 309
And you know, that's what gets me pissed
and they
off.
brought it back.
At the end of the game, a lot of the penalties were going against Dallas. A lot of the penalties were going against Dallas towards the end.
114 other penalties from fucking Hudson. What the fuck? You slamming people, you punching people in the head, you jumping
Oh.
on the sides.
Hudson. YouTube, you guys are free to come up here live. Go ahead and request to join in, and I will bring you up. You guys can talk with the rest of
He
them.
wasn't the reason why we lost, though. Like, he was terrible, but he wasn't the reason why we lost. So,
They got
we got Pat Conley around more than Hudson. It was more than him.
that field goal kicker gonna be a problem they got.
Well, why do you think all these teams now are changing stadiums to dome stadiums, no wind? You think he's making a 64 fucking yard field goal in Green Bay in the middle of the
Hell
week?
no. Hell no.
You think he's doing that in Denver? In a December game? Absolutely not. Why do you think these teams want dome stadiums, no wind? It's an advantage pickup.
Yeah.
I was just hearing one of the announcers saying they should change up the field goal post, like make it a little, like bring them in a little bit more, because it's starting to get too easy for the field goal.
Man, come on. All these rule changes and all this shit. Let's start them at the 50 at this point. Like, come on now. I mean, let them compete and play. It's fucking football. I mean, shit. Yeah, you ask for a fair catch, you start on the 50. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's getting ridiculous. Like, come on, let's stop changing all the shit up here. Let's make it competitive at least. Let's let the quarterback fucking make some decisions and actually do something in the fucking game before you start changing shit up like this. I mean, come on. Okay, so we know that getting hit helmet to helmet don't feel good. We get it. I'm pretty sure everybody in this chat knows that if you're wearing a football helmet and you get hit with another helmet to helmet, it's probably not going to feel very good.
And you know the funny thing about all that, all these injuries and everything started happening once the NFL got involved with player safety. That's when more people started getting hurt. Because when I was watching football in my day, they put a little spray on them, whatever, they went back on the field. Evan Smith played with a broken arm and scored 3 touchdowns, bro.
It will never happen again.
Broken arm.
Emmett Smith played with a broken arm. It'll never happen again.
Daniel Tomlinson, bro. A torn ACL. 2 touchdowns with a torn ACL.
What was Malik stats?
Malik Neighbors, like, complete game stats.
He had to have close to 200 yards, and he definitely had a couple of times, but he had to at least have close to 200 yards receiving today.
All right, so Malik Neighbors' complete stats today was 13 targets, 9 receptions, 167 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
That's it. So he had more than that.
That's it.
But that's still good. That's a great game, actually.
Yeah, that's because Robinson had 10 targets, 8 receptions, 142 yards, and a touchdown. It's because Robinson was cooking. In fact, Robinson, because of Robinson in general, that was the cause of the what?
The president put heart in him.
Whatever. All right, so Wilson was able to throw that touchdown, the first touchdown to Neighbors for 29 yards because Robinson was cooking. That's what you need. You need that. You need that other guy that's going to sit there and produce, and he's going to bring something to the team. And in doing so, you open that guy that nobody's touched. So Robinson's over here cooking, leaves Neighbors over here like, oh shit, we need a double cover Robinson. Neighbors isn't getting open. Fuck him, double, just single coverage him. You single coverage him, you double him up. Neighbors is gonna score. He's gonna score. That's what he's gonna do. And that's what happened. Robinson was cooking. They were like, oh shit, this guy's gonna score a touchdown. Double him up. Neighbors went up there, single coverage. I seen it. As soon as I seen it, I said, look, Neighbors is single coverage right now. He's single coverage. As soon as he snapped the ball, boom, touchdown Neighbors. I was like, shit, I called it. Because Robinson was cooking. They're going to cover that guy. They're covering Robinson. They're covering him. Single individual coverage with Neighbors. Neighbors scores a touchdown. Boom. It's inevitable. If you have everybody firing on all cylinders, the defensive coordinator is going to be like Beetlejuice. His head's going to spin. You spread that ball out. That's what you want to do. You want to spread that ball out. When you spread that ball out, anybody can get that shit. Boom, there it is. Jones says, I'm so sick of this bullshit every year making the Cowboys look stellar.
We agree with you, John. We all think it.
Yeah, we agree.
Every year we start 0-2. Every year we start 0-2.
Yep.
John, I agree with you. There's no argument. I'm going to say it again. You got 25 seconds left. Russell Wilson throws the most beautiful pass right into the breadbasket of Malik Davis. 25 seconds left to go. There is absolutely no excuse. Here's what Bowen didn't do for the 55th billionth time. After a corner, go up the middle. You're going to force Dak either left or right. He's going to run into somebody's arms. He's going to forcibly throw that ball. He didn't do it against Shane Bowen. Because Shane Bowen is just, he's not a blitzing. Dude, the Dallas defense and the Giants defense were mirror images of each other today, Donnie. Both the coordinators play zone. So you know there's going to be balls that are going to be completed, catches that are going to be completed, especially over the middle. But at least Dallas had the wiggle room to change it up when they had to change it up. This guy Bowen made no adjustments.
All right, so we got a question here from Alan. When is the last time the defense for the Giants made a stop when they absolutely had to?
2 years ago, Wink Martindale against the Ravens.
Facts.
2 years ago against Wink Martindale against the Ravens?
Facts. I was there. I was at that game too.
I am so looking forward to this team. They flirt with some ridiculous. Yeah, listen, Alan, Joe, listen, everything you're saying makes sense. Again, now this one is one of those lists that you're going to carry with you because it went into overtime. The Giants had more than enough opportunities. It could have been done. I have no words for this, man. No words. I really thought they were going to stop them and win this game today. Especially as they said towards the latter part of the overtime, all the penalties are going against Dallas.
So Jones says, fuck. Every year I am so looking forward to this team. They flirt with some ridiculous talent and we can't pull the trigger. Losing Martindale big for us. Ooh. Hiccups.
Under Wink Martindale, this team had creativity. I'm telling you, man, they need to get on the phone and they need to get rid of this bond, call Rex Ryan. Because if you like like Wink Martindale, you like Rex Ryan as a defensive coordinator because they're from the same tree.
Rex Ryan.
Oh my God, Rex had his defense.
Rex would have this team on fire. On fire.
They need a
This
quarterback.
defense would be lit.
Rex Ryan, really, for defensive coordinator?
Dude, I'm telling you for 3 years. Rex Ryan knows defense.
Okay. Let's talk. So let's kind of take a back seat for a second. The defense was ridiculous. I agree. First half stats. All right, Russell Wilson has 17 attempts for 17 out of 20, 235 yards and a touchdown and 1 sack. I'm sorry. When I seen that, I was like, this motherfucker is not playing. Russell Wilson is playing to win right now. He ain't fucking around. When I seen them stats, I was like, this guy is going to end up fucking around and getting 5 touchdowns the way this guy's playing. Because from what I was seeing from Russell Wilson, I mean, where'd everybody go? I mean, then you got rushing. Tyrone Tracy, 4 rushes for 12 yards. Scatterbro for 5 rushes, 12 yards. Singletary, 1 rush for 4 yards. Why are we even using Singletary? Why?
Exactly.
Why? Why? All the stats I wrote down for Singletary is just obsolete.
They had to keep him this year because it would have been a $6 million hit against the cap, Mikey.
Okay, that's fine. Jones says, no offense, I want to see Dart. No, I don't want to see Dart. Look, I'm just going to be realistic with you guys. All right, so I don't have nothing against Jackson Dart. But you signed 4 quarterbacks before the season. 4. You had Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston. What's that guy? Who is that guy? Tommy DeVito. And then you drafted Jackson Dart. You went into the season with 4 quarterbacks. So, alright, you cut a quarterback. You have to cut DeVito. Alright, DeVito's gone. DeVito's gone. Alright, so now you got 3 quarterbacks left. You got the drafted Jackson Dart. You got Jameis Winston. You got Russell Wilson. I'm sorry. But I want things to work out the way it's supposed to. The rookie needs to learn behind a veteran that knows what they're doing. Russell Wilson is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Jameis Winston is not perfect, but he can win games regardless of touchdown to interception ratio. He can win games. I would rather put Russell Wilson in there. If he don't win anything, you put Jameis Winston in there. If he don't win anything, then you put Jackson Dart in there. That's how you work that. But you don't sacrifice. You don't sacrifice. Oh shit. You don't sacrifice your rookie whatsoever. Because your rookie, oh shit. Okay, sorry. Yep, gotcha. You don't sacrifice your rookie for your future.
All right, hold on a minute, Joan. You like Russell? Joan, listen to me carefully, okay? And I get that you want Jackson up, but
Listen, I like Russell Wilson, but I am not so sure.
Let me try and explain this to you, all right, Joan? Jackson Dart, obviously everybody knows he's the future of this program. He's the future of our team. What you saw today was vintage Russell Wilson, and you want to see that moving forward. You leave Dart the way he is. If he's going to learn, you're going to learn from a Super Bowl quarterback. It's common sense. You're going to learn from a Super Bowl quarterback. Jackson Dart will learn more from Russell Wilson than he would with Tommy DeVito. That's no disrespect to Tommy DeVito. Okay?
Absolutely.
But, Joan, I'm telling you, we're going to get more of Russ. It looks like maybe now he's emerged from the shell and he's the guy that Pittsburgh thought they were going to get, and he's the guy that Denver thought they were going to get. Maybe we're getting him on a 400 yards a game, 380, 400, 420, then we're doing the right thing. Then
Yes.
something's working.
Yes.
These are mistakes that need to be taken care of and fixed. And until the defense fixes this problem out, doesn't matter what quarterback you put out there, John. I'm being honest with you, okay? I know you want Dart, but we're not there. You don't need Dart. You don't have to have Dart. Dart's going to be fine. Dart is learning from Jameis Winston. Dart is learning from Russell Wilson. That's all you need to know. So,
That's the best thing you can have.
People that are clamoring for Dart, but Dart wouldn't have made a difference in this game. This game was an epic defensive letdown, an epic defensive failure. Again, under Bowen, the team lays an egg, and they just can't get out of their own fucking way, and they just can't get off the field on third down, and you give up 2nd and 29, and you make it 3rd and 10. How many more times do we have to see this?
Alan says you're spot on. We're just in desperate times. No, Joan. Look, I get it. You say we're in desperate times. Every Giants fan out there can tell you that they understand where you're coming from. Trust me. Self-destruction by the defense. Yeah, you're right. It was more on the defensive side. Absolutely, because like I said, I've been going over some stats right here. I mean, first half, you had Tracy running 4 times for 12 yards, Scatterbo, so 5 for 12, Singletary 1 for 4.
Scatterbo ran for more than 12 yards today, dude.
This is first half.
Oh, first half.
Yeah, first half. Receiving, Robinson had 6 targets for 5 receptions, 98 yards. Neighbors had 6 targets, 5 receptions, 86 yards, and a touchdown. That's the first half. So offensively, the Giants are not having really a problem offensively. I personally think that watching the entire game, we have a corner problem. We have a serious corner problem. We need somebody out there that can keep up. CeeDee Lamb should not have had a game that he had versus the Giants today. Absolutely not.
They were playing in zone coverage.
They were playing zone. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
When you play zone, this is what you can expect. Because if the safety can't get him, then somebody on the back end's got to rush up and make the play. This is what happens. This is what happens when you play zone.
Yeah, Joan. He did everything he could. Like I said, Russell Wilson is 30. All right, listen. Let's rewind a little bit, guys. Giants fans. Last year and the year before that, if you had a quarterback that threw 30 for 41 for 450 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception, and he got sacked 3 times, I'm pretty sure you are thinking we won that game, right?
Absolutely.
Daniel Jones. Now this is against the Cowboys, a division rival. Russell Wilson did those stats that I just said. Russell Wilson did. Everybody keeps saying this guy is washed up. This guy still has some shit in his tank.
He's got gas in the tank, and you hope you get the same Russell Wilson next Sunday night against the Chiefs.
Absolutely.
And I'm not worried about Russell Wilson after today, Mikey, because
I'm not.
it looks like we awoke in the sleep. No pun intended, the sleeping giant. It's the defense.
Right.
I am concerned about our defense. I'm sorry, seconds left to go in the game. You got to win the game.
Yeah.
Win that game.
You do. All right, so let's just pass up all the shit. All right, so Dak's interception, Abdul Carter pressure was the reason why. Defense undisciplined, implodes, leads to Dallas's touchdown. Scatterbo touchdown. Scatterbo's a beast. Scatterbo is future for sure.
Yeah.
Halfback. I've been talking about this for the last few years. I said, what if we ran the halfback again? We would always run the same formations all the time. And now, when it comes to coverage in general, Why not run the halfback?
What if you put an offensive tackle as the fullback? It's been done in football. The San
That's
Francisco 49ers used to use Guy McIntyre to save Joe Montana from Lawrence Taylor crushing his skull. They put a tackle in the back. It's a fullback.
that's
It's been done.
that's true, but
You're
we
fourth and goal. You're third and short distance. Let the fucking tackle knock some people down and get your running back in. Be a little creative.
yeah, but at the same time though, Nico, we haven't ran a fullback in years. We haven't run a fullback in decades. So I mean, at the same time, coverage wise, our offensive line for the New York Giants just aren't. It's not that great. It's not that great. So now, coverage wise, we run a halfback
Mike,
formation.
our line looks like it's going to be okay. It's going to be good. Andrew Thomas is coming back next week. All indications are. Well, the ball would change the whole thing. Here's the weak spot on the offensive line, John Michael Schmitz. He got bowled over today a lot. I watched him. He did okay in the beginning, and then in overtime he got crushed. You know, the line looks like it's getting better, and that's all you want. You want the line to get better. Bow, Thomas,
Of course, Alan.
you know, you have something there. You have some good personnel there. It's going to gel.
You guys are doing a great job as usual with the post game chat. Thank you. Of course, the whole point of the post game chat, guys, and YouTube. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our chaos.
Welcome. And Alan, and for anybody else, I don't know if you saw, I tagged Michael and I tagged Donnie. Help us come up with a name for our post-game show. The winner with the name we pick, we're going to pick it next Sunday because the Giants aren't playing till Sunday night. So Donnie, Michael, and I'll get on sometime next Sunday afternoon. We'll go through the list of the names for the week. Donnie will look at the names. Michael will look at the names. I'll look at the names. We'll see who has the best one. And the best one gets a $60 gift card to Fanatics. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that between me and Donnie and Mike. So we want to reward you guys for helping us pick a good name and get our platform out there and expand our post-game show. So come up with something creative. You can't use a name that's already used. You can't have Giants Extra Point. You can't have Giants Nation. You can't have Giants Point After. You can't have, Talking Giants. That's all already names that are obviously registered trademark. So you have to come up with a name for us that we can use, that we know for a fact is not out there in the Giants world on their social media platforms, and then we can run with it, and that's what we'll call it. And $60 gift card to Fanatics, and this is great if you get $60 gift card because Fanatics runs good 25% off, 35% off sales. So you can use that gift card to get yourself some nice Giant swag, a hat, a jersey. Go to their clearance section. They have really good stuff in their Giants clearance section, especially for home and office. If you like me in my office at work, I got little Giant things going on. So you know what? Do it. How about the Blues Crew? Okay, Lisa, write that. Go to the post where I wrote. Help us come up with a name. You'll see Donnie Ross, Ted, Michael Gower, and just put it, and then we'll go through it as the week goes on, and we'll pick a winner next Sunday. So, it's good that you guys want to get involved. It's really good. It's a good thing to have. And listen, who wouldn't want a free gift card to get some Giant swag? Win, lose, or draw, we're always going to wear our Giant swag. So,
Hell, you can add an autograph to your wall. Autographs aren't that expensive neither.
I mean, so far out of all the names I heard,
not yet, Donnie, not yet. No, don't say it, because you got to give it like a fair shot. You know what I'm saying? I know what you're saying, I know where you're going, but you can't because you don't know who's listening because that'll look, you know what I'm trying to tell you? You know what I mean? You got to keep that here right now. We can talk about that off the camera. Because you might make some, you know what I'm trying to say? Donnie, Mike, you know what I'm saying, right?
No.
no, I get it, but I mean, it don't matter to me. It's just all good.
Okay, all right. But I know I would agree with you, Donnie. Let's put it that way. I stand in agreement.
Okay.
I stand in agreement, so it's a good look. And that's it. Donnie Ross and Mike over Shane Bowen. Over Bowen.
First overtime of the season for us.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Whenever it goes to overtime, I always am like, shit. Every time it hits overtime, I'm like, shit. Because it never, and I always feel like when you go to overtime, you lose by 3. You know what I mean? That inevitable field goal, that unsung hero that can kick the ball, whatever the fuck. Like you just like shit. I'm in overtime. Oh god damn. Okay, so we stopped them. That's great. Oh hell yeah. Let's go down there. 3 and out. Oh shit. When you go 3 and out after they went 3 and out, you're like, shit. We're gonna lose.
It looked like everything was set up.
Yeah.
To win this game.
Yeah. And you say everything's set up to win this game or lose this game. It's crazy because every time the Giants did something well in this game, they were penalized heavily on every great play that they did. Even from the beginning, when even from the beginning, the return flag.
Yeah.
All right, so next play, we get a really good play that was 15, 20 yards, flag. It was ridiculous. What was the penalties? Penalties was. Oh, I don't know.
Damn, Donnie said he out.
Shit. Rushes, total plays, pass, total. First downs. Okay, Donnie, where'd you go, bro? Are you on YouTube or are you on here still? All right, so.
Donnie, where are you? About the Blues Crew.
Scatterbo, I like Scatterbo. What are your thoughts on him? What's everybody's thoughts on Scatterbo?
I think Scatterbo is going to be a hell of a battering ram for this team.
Battering ram?
If you score up that offensive line, that kid's going to be a battering ram.
What's up, Marita?
Battering ram.
I'm telling you, he reminds me of a young Brandon Jacobs. Scatterbo reminds me of a young Brandon Jacobs. Slamming that middle the way he does, and he slams that fucking middle. Saquon Barkley, YouTube and Facebook. Saquon Barkley didn't slam it like that. Brandon Jacobs slammed the middle like the way Scatterbo does.
So did Rodney Hampton.
Hampton too. Rodney Hampton slammed the shit out of that middle. Saquon Barkley didn't really so much slam the middle, but he was a little more finesse with it. But Brandon Jacobs in his early days slammed the shit out of that middle. And Scatterbo slams the shit out of the middle. We've been missing talent like that for the Giants for years.
I know.
Years. This guy is a godsend. This guy is going to be a big problem for defenses. My concern with this, if they don't fix this shit, if they don't fix the Giants in general, he's going to be waste. He can't be a waste. This guy's got so much talent. He's got so much in the tank. He's got so much to push.
He does. He's a good player, young, strong. Kid's built like a battering ram. I mean, you can't ask for anything more than that. I liken him to a Mike Olstad, who was just an absolute bruiser with the Buccaneers.
Bruiser. And it's crazy because you mentioned Bruiser, and you almost say that this day and age, when it comes to football as the way it's played, he's almost behind the times, Scatterbo. I mean, his play style fits the Giants to the T. If you've been watching the Giants for years, you've always had that one running back that would absolutely. The Giants that team that would run the shit out of the ball out of you, and they would beat the hell out of you when it came to the running game. That's how the Giants were back in the day. They didn't have to be this pass-heavy team, but when they ran the ball, you knew that the Giants were going to beat the hell out of you running. They were a running football team. They were known defensively, and they were known for running the ball. That was the Giants. And Scatabo almost feels like he should be part of the history when it comes to running the ball with the Giants. If this team fails, it's a shame. You got a quarterback that can throw the ball. You got a running back that can run the ball. Don't fail, Giants. Don't fall behind. Don't fall through the cracks. Don't pour the water and let it just crack through the seams of the glass. Do something with this. You have something. It's simple tweaks, Giants. All you gotta do is simple tweaks.
All you gotta do is fly a bullet. We can start from there. Mike, I gotta bounce off. I gotta go someplace with my wife now.
All right, okay.
I'll talk to you during the week, brother. Love you.
All right, man. You have a good one.
Bye.
So, I'm just saying, like, just don't fall through the cracks. Don't be the crevices team. Look at what you got. Compliment that. Go with it. You know, the dart usage, what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about the Jackson Dart usage? Because honestly, I don't think that Jackson Dart, welcome Lisa, welcome Mackay, sorry. But why? Why do we have to have plays for Jackson Dart? Why? What's up, Eric? How you doing, man? Why? You don't need plays for them, you know? YouTube, Facebook, you guys are more than welcome to come up here live and talk about the game. I will bring you up here live. We'll talk about it. I'll tell you what YouTube's saying. I'll tell you what Facebook's saying. But I mean, come on. We have not won in Dallas in almost a decade. That's, for those who don't know, a decade's 10 years. 10 years. 10 years we haven't won in Dallas. That sucks. This loss sucks. So I'm gonna go through some final stats. If anybody wants to come up here, great. I'll bring you up here. If not, I understand. I get it. Stage fright, all that stuff like that. You don't have to worry about that here with me. Eric Moran says, I missed the whole game. How did they do it? They were competitive, Eric. The Giants were competitive, but they lapsed in certain areas that was glaring. They weren't, how do you say it? They weren't very, defensively, they were really good in the first half. Second half, they had a serious collapse. When it came to overtime, it was like, that's how it was. It was awful when it came to that. Final stats was we lost 40-37. against Dallas. Giants fans, you can be pissed off, frustrated, all you gotta do. But reality of it is this Giants team had a serious problem scoring just 20 points. 20 points against anybody and anybody and everybody. 20 points. And we were able to score 37. It sucks to lose to Dallas Cowboys because they suck. They are terrible. They're never going to win anything. It's almost inevitable. But, God, it sucks for the Giants to go and start the season 0-2. So, let's go through some stats. My voice is a little hoarse because I've been yelling at the TV. But Russell Wilson was 30 for 41. 450 yards. You show me a Daniel Jones stat that throws 450 yards. Russell Wilson threw for three touchdowns. 3 touchdowns. 1 interception and 3 sacks. That sucks. You tell me that a quarterback throws 450 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and 3 sacks, and I'm like, that guy won. He threw for 3 touchdowns. He lost? What? He lost? Receptions. Malik Nabers for targets. 13 targets, 9 receptions, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns. Malik Nabers had a game. He was great. Robinson, 10 targets, 8 receptions, 142 yards. 1 touchdown. 10, 8, 142, 1 touchdown. Pretty good. Slayton had 3 targets, 2 receptions for 61 yards. Tracy had 5 targets, 4 receptions for 36 yards. Alright, so rushing wise, Scatterbo was 11 attempts, 45 yards, and 1 touchdown. Good for him. Wilson was 3 rushes, 23 yards. Tracy was 5 rushes for 15 yards, and Singletary was 1 rush for 4 yards. So, anybody out there that's a Singletary fan, I'm sorry. Singletary is probably going to be gone after the season. Because between Scatterbo and Tyrone Tracy, there's no reason for him to be here. No reason. So let's overall team stats, right? So for first downs, we got 22 first downs. That Dallas had 32. So they were a little more efficient than us. Third downs, we were 6 for 14. They were 6 for 14. So we're even there. So, alright. Fourth down, we were 1 for 2. And they were 1 for 1. Total yards, we were 506 yards. Dallas Cowboys were 478 yards. So, that tells me we had an offensive play calling problem. Rushing. We had 84 yards rushing. Dallas Cowboys had 135 rushing. Total plays, total. The Giants called 65 plays total. The Dallas Cowboys played 83 plays total. So, with that said, the ultimate failure when it comes to this game is going to be falling on the head coach. Whether you're a Brian Daboll fan or not, as Giants fan, I am sorry, but Brian Daboll lost this game by being outcoached, and that is a shame. Whether it was just him or his offensive coordinator, his defensive coordinator, I'm telling you right now, the defense did not come to play in overtime. Giants played in overtime, but they didn't play like they were playing to win. So it's a shame that the Giants are 0-2. Hiccups. Damn. Even the hiccups know it's bullshit. But anyways, I'm out of here, guys. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the support. This is the first game that we have covered on YouTube in general. Damn. I still got hiccups. But, what's up, Drew? So, thanks for following me. YouTube, thanks for coming up here and joining us on New York Giants on Facebook. I will give you guys a link for our group on Facebook, so you can join us up there. Everybody on Facebook, I will post a link. I posted a couple links on the YouTube. And hopefully it's not so bad next week when we play against the Chiefs. Sorry about the hiccups. But I will see you guys later. And until then, New York Giants fans, hold your head up. Don't let it get to your head. Don't let it sink inside. The Giants will be fine. Shit happens when you party naked. So, until then, I will see you guys then. You guys have a great week. And I will see you guys next week when we play against the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs. Hiccups are fucking me up. You guys have a good week.